Good morning. I've just arrived on the Staffordshire-Worcestershire Canal. You wouldn't think. It's 7:15. The days are getting much shorter now, the nights longer, but the angling show continues. 15 minutes in, trickling a few maggots, the far side of the boat channel, nothing at all. So I've mixed up a very small amount of brown crumb, put a few maggots in there as well, put that out. That creates a cloud. Well, you can see that for sure when I put it out there because it's very clear water. But a cloud attracts a crowd. That's the way of thinking. Not necessarily going to put any more brown crumb out. Hopefully the fish will come in and I'll be able to keep them there with maggots. Definitely a bite there. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go for it. And I think I'll need the landing net, not because it's particularly a monster, but especially the first one. Don't want it to drop off when I haul it out of the water. Plus, it's always, as I said in a recent video, kinder to the fish, isn't it, to support them. It's a perch. And has it? No, it hasn't. I thought it had shed the hook in the net. No, it hasn't. I'll get that out and then I will return with the aforementioned stripey. Not too bad. I knew that I had a few of these in the swim. Lightning quick dips on the float, missed fish on the strike. However, this one has made the bank. Indeed, a cloud has attracted a crowd. Now to keep them there. I'm in the bite every cast period at the moment. Just use the net on that one. Not showing all of them to the camera. They are quite small, roach and perch. This, however, is the largest roach of the session thus far. It's not big though. Let me just show you that. It's not huge, but it's the largest. Everything is relative. It was a good idea to use the net as well because the fish and the Drennan Super Specialist, a size 14, decided they didn't like each other. However, at that point, this was already safe and secure. That's the cue to talk about the gear, I think. A couple of white maggots. There's the anchor shot. Always use that on the canal. That's about 4 inches away from the hook. Nothing at all then until we come to the float. So I've got a shot either side and then one about a foot down. It's standard canal, 5 feet deep, 5 feet-ish deep boat channel. Don't forget they were dug out by hand. And the reel is a Shimano 3500. It's a Gray's Prodigy 12-foot rod TX, Gray's Prodigy TX. And the line is Maxima Chameleon. £4. Been fishing with all this sort of stuff for years. Drennan Crystal Waggler. If it's not broken, don't fix it. If it works, keep at it. Tinker, of course, we always look to progress. We never become stuck in a rut. So I do tinker at the edges with my rigs and setup when I go fishing. But mostly it's about a standard approach for that venue and then maybe the odd little change here and there along the way. The beginnings of another bite. Lots and lots of them on this session so far. All small though, or smallish. Let's hope that when I strike into this, oh, it is, I think. I think this could be the largest of the outing so far. It's not massive, but it is a perch. And it is the biggest. If I can get it in the net, it's giving me the run around. There we go. With the leaves on the ground, it looks very autumnal indeed today. And it has been for a few weeks as well. The roach seem to have disappeared and they've been replaced by the perch. I've lost count of the fish that I've caught. I certainly need Ian Clark's clicker today if I'm going to keep a tally. I've noticed though, I always catch more fish when I'm not with him. Now, if he supported the same football team as Steve Bell, I would actually think there's something in this cursed business. However, not so sure. But I always catch less when I'm with Ian Clark. That's a fact. A man just passed by with his dogs. I've seen a kingfisher, I've seen a kingfisher. He very excitedly proclaimed, look, there it is, and pointed down further along, and then it flew off a branch. And he said to me, he's an older man, probably in his 50s. He said, although I live by the canal, I've only ever seen two in my lifetime. And one was when I moved there some years ago. And I did say to him, I see them almost every time I go fishing, and usually multiple sightings as well, sometimes the same bird up and down, but nevertheless you see lots of kingfishers. Missed that bite there, not because I was talking, but because it didn't connect. I see multiple kingfishers, so I do understand why people get very, very excited when they spot them, because they arguably are our most colourful bird, common bird anyway, I would think so. And in many people's eyes, they are certainly an iconic species. How to film fish on the unhooking mat. Keep them nice and steady with your hand, and then before they flip you'll be able to get some decent footage, and then return them. That's where they want to go back to their watery home.